Now back with the second gameplay of our clan battles journey. I don't know why I said it like that, but this game is even more crazy, in my opinion, than the last one. Showed you guys running a pretty crazy comp. We're running Kremlin, Puerto Rico, triple Stalingrad, Kieran Grozovoy, and for NFJF versus AZUR1. They're running a GK or Gersa Curfers, Curfers, Des Moines, Puerto Rico, Goliath. That's usual. I haven't seen any of those in clan battles today so far, except for this guy, Moskva, Smolensk, and Daring. So the big things that stand out for this game is the Smolensk and the Goliath. Don't really know what the Goliath does and how it kind of plays in clan battles, as well as the Smolensk. One thing about this game, the Smolensk is pretty infamous for being a pain in the ass.
Engine boost activated.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this. This replay is on the same map from the last game we just talked about. I mean, it seemed like for whatever reason, matchmaking really loved this map, and so we had to run it quite a few times this night. If you run in what you just heard, I just cracked open me a White Claw, a hard seltzer, and the flavor I have is mango. It's actually one of the only alcoholic beverages I can actually stomach nowadays, and that's only because it basically just tastes like water. You know, it's not a very strong alcoholic-y taste. Like it just tastes like seltzer water with like a tiny bit of like mango flavoring, like just your standard shitty flavoring seltzer water. I never really understood the flavor behind seltzer water, as you never really tasted. But if I prefer these over just like any like Four Loko or something like that, like gosh, I'm so traumatized from Four Lokos. Like just the smell of them makes me gag. Had a lot of experiences with those in college with my roommates. Don't think that'll be happening again. So, call here is to send Mia to C. We're gonna send that earring to B and A. And looks like for backup, I have me two Stalingrads and a Puerto Rico. I can't quite remember exactly how this one plays out as well, or at least the beginning of this game. But I know that, boy oh boy, what a crazy game this one is. If you thought the last one was crazy, this one is, whew, something else. I'm just gonna start off by just generally scouting the area. I'm gonna drop a early smoke screen over here, kind of give my Puerto Rico and Stalingrad a little bit of cover if they want to get in the position, because I won't really have much use for this smoke because they have so much radar. You know, I'm just highly unlikely that I'll be able to ever use this smoke to save myself. I figure why not just drop it preemptively. Maybe they can get to a better spot a little easier. But we can see on the map that it looks like they have 4 ships towards their AB. The Smolensk just gets fucking smacked. That was great. Our priority target is definitely that Smolensk. You want to get him out of the game as soon as possible. He is a fucking pain in the fucking ass. Come on, let's get rid of that poor Smolensk. Maybe we get some shots on him. Maybe one of those air will land and take him out. Come on, please. Shots don't land. We see the Daring pops up here. I'm gonna open up on him because it looks like he's actually going to beach potentially. See if I can get some free damage on this Daring. And I do. So we quickly realize that the only 2 ships over here are a Daring and a Smolensk. And call is being made that I should go and spot these guys for my backup, and out of nowhere we lose a Stalingrad. Now this is crazy. Like, just that's a big ship, and that's a big ship to lose so early on in the game. I believe what happened is that the Daring got a really good like double volley of torpedoes right to the tip of the Stalingrad, and that's what got him. I mean, I didn't even see the torpedoes, and I was in the middle of the cap. So I mean, kudos to that Daring. He fucking eliminates one of our Stalingrads that fast. I mean, pretty crazy. But pretty much now I know that I just need to
Engine boost
keep that
activated.
smoling spot so he can die. I don't want him healing back up. And I know from experience that I can actually do a lot of damage to his daring if I shoot a G at him and AP at him. And I think daring underestimated how much damage I could do. He was probably so used to being the big ball on the block that shoots AP at the other destroyers broadsides. He didn't think that I would be able to do that to him. And as soon as he started getting chunked for 3.5k a volley at him, he had to rethink his life. So here's where it gets really crazy. Right? There's me, this daring, right? We both have really good guns, really good knife fighting DDs. But here's the thought behind this. He's giving me broadsides. I know that I want to get AP onto him. But here's the problem. I don't want to get too close to this daring because I know he has torpedoes. Looks like he just dropped 2 volleys right there. And I'm not sure if he has any more torpedoes, but I don't want to get too close to him. Because if he does, I'm most certainly going to die. Now, this is when I realized, okay, he's going to try to ram me. I don't want to ram him. And so I'm starting to back up. And I'm just hoping that I can get rid of this guy before he can ram me. And bam! I get that daring. Oh boy, was that very, very, very close. I mean, you could not have asked for a closer, and I'm thinking, well, I might die from this fire. If one of those straight salvos hit me from the AB cap, I would die from the fire. It's crazy. Oh man, was that close. And the only reason why it was so close is because I did not want to turn and give him broadside so he could slap me with AP. And I also didn't want to turn away from either left or right, because if he had an extra torpedo rack left, I'd take torpedoes and I would most certainly die to it. I wouldn't be able to turn away from them. I figured the best option was to try to get nose in on him, take him out. But then I think when he realized that he's gonna die, his thought process went to try to take himself with me. And I was like, oh crap, this might actually blow up in my face. But I survive, and I'm gonna be a key reason why we win this game. But just notice how much HP I have. If I had been killed by this gearing, it's very likely that the game would have ended in a completely different fashion. Now, these are pretty bad torps on my part. I should have assumed that the Surfers would turn in more. I mean, that's the only way he could really go. But I just, the angle I shot him at was just good. But, and so I should have just shot them like straight through the caps, so that like if the curve first wanted to follow his way through the caps, he'd have my torpedoes behind him going through it as well. But you can see my torps aren't really, they're not going through that gap where the Kremlin's our Kremlin's currently at. That's where I need to aim it, where our Kremlin's at. I need to aim those torpedoes that way. That way the curve first would be more likely to run into 1 or 2. So I'm super low, and I gotta worry about any ships that might still have radar. So keep it in mind that there's a Masva over there on my left, and there's also a Puerto Rico over there as well. Both of those ships have radar, and I need to make sure that I don't ever get into a position that if I were to be radared, I could be shot and killed. I'm very low in HP. Right now, I'm thinking, alright, I want to get into this B cap. I want to try to take these caps, points taken towards our favor. Sure, the win on our part.
Engine boost activated.
And there's a sonar. I mean, it just catches me off guard. Every time that I get sonar by a GK, it just catches me off guard because the thing is hydro sonar. I think it's hydro. The thing's hydro range is so freaking large that it's just like, you know, as a DD, you don't expect that, especially when it can go through islands and stuff. It's just like, geez, you think you're safe for a second, and then there's this freaking long range hydro. So my sonic guy is kind of sitting here. He's kind of in the way of where I would like to shoot these torpedoes. I'm trying to get into an angle that I can drop these torps, while also avoiding the potential salvos coming from the Goliath and Moskva. because I am currently radar, and we do see that at least one ship is currently aiming at me. I'm gonna go ahead and move out the way. I don't want to be in open waters and clear a path to this Goliath. And of course, I beach. I'm actually shitting my pants at this point.
Smoke generator started.
Oh my goodness. But sure enough, this freaking Goliath has torpedoes too.
Torpedoes astern.
And they're fairly long range. And it looks like he shot him in single fire. So if I'm not paying attention too much, or you see I'm backing up, I gotta quickly stop backing up. As yours comes 3 single fire torps. And if I'm sleeping at the wheel, they could kill me. So I'm like, oh crap! I keep reaching, and these cruisers are getting closer, and I'm Hydra, so they know where I'm at.
Engine boost deactivated.
Don't like being seen as a destroyer. I do not like being seen. Here's something weird. I'm like, alright, here's a Goliath. I don't really know anything about the ship, but he's showing me broadside, right? Then we go ahead and shoot broadside. Shoot him with some AP. Maybe I'll get some citadels, but I'm really getting no damage on the guy. I'm like, this is so strange. I'm shooting him with AP. I guess because he's a heavy cruiser or something. Ooh. I lift 487 HP right there, like, whew. And a good thing the Goliath didn't take a shot at me, because I would have been dead. Keep in mind, I'm so close from death. So close. And it's gonna mean all the difference in the outcome of this game. It's so crazy. And I definitely have to thank Survivability Expert. Without Survivability Expert, the captain's commander skill, I would have been dead, right? This is one of the cases, this is one of the reasons why you take Survivability Expert on destroyers. Like that extra HP is so important and is so useful. I have 487 HP right now.
Torpedoes to port.
If I did not take Survivability Expert, I would have been dead already. And this game is going to be very, very close, you see, because we're going to lose our Stalingrad. And then all that's going to be left is 2 destroyers. Me, the Grozavoy with only 487 HP left, and the Gearing, what does he have? Around like 1,400? So, 1,800, right? So, that Puerto Rico could potentially kill us. We have the points lead to 639 points to 173 with 8 minutes left in the game. You know, the call in this game was to just survive and just to stay on the opposite side of the map of this Puerto Rico. If for the Puerto Rico to even stand a chance, you would have to do one of 2 things. A, take the B cap and then proceed to the C cap and take that to stop our points from ticking. Or B, kill me, the Grozavoy, or the Gearing, or a combination of both of us. Probably he's gonna have to kill both of us to win. And that's not very difficult as long as he has his surveillance radar Kusumbo left. If he has surveillance radar, I can die in 1 salvo. He can kill the Gearing in probably about 2 to 3 salvos, depending on how good his aim is. Right? So I'm very scared at this point because I don't know where he's at. I know that he's in the B. He just went into the B cap. So the B cap could potentially be within 10 kilometers of me. I think the Puerto Rico has 10-kilometer radar, or it might have 9-kilometer radar. But whichever one it is, I know that I could potentially be in danger right now. But I also know that I need to spot this Puerto Rico to see where he's going. Once we can figure out where he's going, we can then better position our caps. I think at this point, Puerto Rico is actually radaring right now. I think the Gearing tells us that he's being radared. So I know he's being radared. I'm like, oh crap, I'm looking at the Puerto Rico's distance and it's at 10.4. If that Puerto Rico's radar is 10 kilometers, 10.3 right now. If I let him get within 10 kilometers of me and he gets the radar off, I may have thrown the game. Just because he only needs to land like one one shell onto me and kill me. And here's why it all came down to me not dying and surviving with 487 HP. Do you see? Because if I had died early by that gearing, by the Des Moines, I would not be able to drop this torpedo on this Puerto Rico and kill him. But since I survived, I was able to drop that torpedo onto the Puerto Rico and kill the Puerto Rico. Just goes to show you how important survivability expert ODDs are. What an amazing game that was. I mean, we were at the edge of our seats that game. It was crazy. We didn't think we could potentially win, but just absolutely amazing game. And good games to you guys, the team. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.